before you scroll, before you tell yourself, I'll watch this later. I need you to stop for a moment and really hear me, not half listening, not while checking your phone. Just listen, because what I'm about to say might save you years of your life. The thing you're chasing right now, the money, the success, the perfect life, the respect, the relationship, that thing you keep telling yourself will finally make everything okay. It's not going to give you what you think it will. I know that's hard to hear, because I didn't believe it either. I'm 72 years old, and I spent more than half my life running toward something I thought would fix everything inside me. I used to say it all the time. I'll be happy when I make more money. I'll be happy when I get promoted. I'll be happy when people finally respect me. I'll be happy when I have enough. And maybe you've said the same thing. Maybe you're saying it right now. I just need this one thing, and then everything will fall into place. Let me tell you what happens when you live like that. You wake up early. You push yourself harder than everyone else. You sacrifice things you don't even realize you're sacrificing. You miss dinners. You miss conversations. You miss moments, but you justify it. You tell yourself, this is temporary. This will all be worth it. I'm building something. And for a while, that belief keeps you going. Pause. It kept me going for decades. I worked 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. I said no to weekends. I said no to vacations. I said no to anything that didn't move me forward. Forward toward what? I didn't even know. Just forward. And then one day, I got there. The job I wanted. The income I dreamed about. The lifestyle I used to imagine. I had everything I thought I needed. And for a moment, it felt good. It really did. There was this rush, this sense of, I made it. But it didn't last. Not even close. Because almost immediately, my mind moved the finish line. Okay, now what's next? What's the next level? What's the next goal? What else do I need? That's the trap no one warns you about. You think there's a finish line. There isn't. There's always another level, another comparison, another reason to feel like you're not there yet. And that's when I started to realize something. I wasn't chasing success. I wasn't chasing money. I wasn't even chasing respect. I was chasing a feeling. I wanted to feel like I mattered, like I was important, like I was enough. And I thought, if I just achieved enough, I'd finally feel it. But here's the truth that took me 50 years to understand. You cannot earn that feeling. You can't buy it. You can't achieve your way into it. You can't get it from other people. Because if you don't feel enough right now, nothing out there is going to fix that. You either decide you're enough, or you spend your entire life trying to prove it. And let me tell you, trying to prove it is exhausting. Soft tone. It doesn't just cost you time. It costs you relationships. It costs you moments you can never get back. I almost lost my marriage because of it. Not because I didn't care, but because I thought caring looked like providing. I thought if I worked harder, if I earned more, if I gave my family everything they needed, that would be enough. But one day, my wife looked at me and said something I'll never forget. She said, I don't need all of this. I need you. Pause. And I didn't understand. I thought, I am here. But I wasn't. Not really. I was physically there. But mentally, I was somewhere else. Thinking about work. Thinking about the next step. Thinking about what I needed to do next. I wasn't present. And presence is what actually matters. That moment, changed something in me. Not immediately, but it planted a seed. Years later, I started noticing something else. People around me, friends, colleagues, neighbors, some of them had everything: money, status, big houses, and they were miserable, always stressed, always comparing, always chasing the next thing. And then there were others, people with less money, less status, less success by society's standards. But they had something different: peace. They weren't trying to prove anything. They weren't constantly looking over their shoulder. They weren't waiting for life to start. They were already living it. That's when it finally clicked for me. Happiness isn't something you find at the end of the road. It's something you bring with you. Deep breath. Real freedom is not having everything you want. Real freedom is not needing anything outside of you to feel okay inside. It's when someone criticizes you and it doesn't break you. It's when you fail and you don't question your worth. It's when you look at your life and you don't feel like you're behind. So because you're not measuring yourself anymore, you're just living. Most people never reach that point. They spend their whole lives waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right achievement, waiting for everything to finally feel okay. But that moment never comes, because life doesn't work like that. There will always be problems, always something missing, always something that could be better. That's not a flaw in life. That's life itself. Firm tone. So, if your happiness depends on everything being perfect, you're going to be unhappy forever, because perfection never arrives. The truth is, this moment right now. This is your life. Not next year. Not when you succeed. Not when things finally work out. Right now. And if you can't find peace here, you won't find it there either. I wish I understood that earlier. I really do. Because I spent decades chasing a version of happiness that didn't exist. Deep breath. But maybe you don't have to. Maybe you can hear this now and choose differently. Slow, emotional. What if you stopped waiting? What if you stopped telling yourself, I'll be happy when? What if you just decided that you're enough right now? Not when you achieve something. Not when someone validates you. Not when everything is perfect. Right now, because you are. You always were. You just got used to believing you weren't. And the moment you let that go, everything changes. Not your circumstances, not your life overnight, but the way you experience everything. Deep breath. You start noticing things you used to ignore. You start appreciating moments you used to rush past. You start feeling lighter, less pressure, less fear, less need to prove anything. And for the first time, you're not chasing life anymore. You're actually living it. So, let me ask you something. What are you waiting for? What is that thing you keep telling yourself you need before you can finally relax, before you can finally be happy? And what would happen if you stopped chasing it, not giving up on your goals, but stopping the belief that they will complete you? Because they won't. Only you can do that. I learned this late, but you don't have to. Deep breath. You can decide today that you're already enough, and that decision might just change your entire life. If this message meant something to you, if it made you stop and think for even a moment, do me a small favor. Like this video so it reaches someone else who needs to hear this. Comment below, what is your I'll be happy when? I read every single one, and subscribe to the channel, because these aren't just videos. These are conversations that might change the way you see your life. Pause soft. Take care of yourself. And remember, you don't need to chase anything to be enough. You already are.